The owners' meeting has been going on, the owners' meetings, and they got some rule changes. They got some rule changes that they have proposed. But there's one that's near and dear to me right now that I gotta really I really gotta kick this off with.
I wonder what that could possibly be. What could draw your attention? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right, 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 right. Yeah. Look, man, I really don't get it. I don't get it. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and ban the quarterback sneak. Let's go ahead and ban crossing routes. Let's go ahead and ban hip drop tackles. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and ban pretty much everything. Because if you okay, they are saying, and this is what they are saying.
mhm.
From what I heard in the owners meeting, they said it was a deadlock 16-16, so they're going to table it until May. The commissioner came out and said, well, there is some health concerns that I think may be possible. Commissioner, there was none, zero. There's no data to even confirm that an injury is going to happen. Nothing, no time. I mean, people get hurt more on a quarterback sneak. They could get hurt anytime in this game. This football. What
Right.
you talking about? I mean, so you're gonna ban the play because other people don't like it,
Mhm.
and because other people can't do it, you're gonna ban it. You just do. I don't like it. I'm just gonna ban it. Come on, man. This really is not making any sense, and it's kind of pissing me off because as a Eagle fan, look, the play isn't pretty, but if it was anybody else, if this was the Kansas City Chiefs, and they would and everybody would be hating, I'd be hating if we couldn't do it. I'd be hating too. I'd be saying, man, get rid of this. But because it's the Eagles, and because we can do it, and because we got a quarterback who could squat 650 pounds, and because we got this O line, this thing is practiced to a T. This isn't we don't just line up and just push the dude. No, there's actually practice that goes into this. This is an actual play, man. And the thing about what they're doing here is they're sissifying the game. That's what I think they're doing, man. Because think about this. Let's think about this for a little bit. If you go back to when in the 70s, when these guys was clotheslining each other, and it was like a brutal game. Some of those things, you look at that and you're like, oh my gosh, that was not a penalty. Now everything is a penalty. You touch the dude, it's a penalty. I mean, you trip somebody, it's a penalty. I mean, you can't do nothing. And now they are going to ban the tush push. I know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. They pushed it down until May when they reconvene again. And when they reconvene in May, whatever the commissioner wants, the commissioner is going to get. I'm not one for conspiracy theories, right? I'm not one for conspiracy theories. But I think somebody in the commissioner pocket, somebody sliding the commissioner some money, because for him to say, you know what, there is a potential for injury. Come on, commish. Come on, I could see with all of these concussions and CTE and all of this stuff. Okay, you see, put measures in place for that, right? Put measures in place for that. But nobody got hurt, commish. Nobody got hurt with the tush. But the only people who getting hurt is people ego. People ego getting hurt because they cannot stop the tush push. And look, I don't know what to say, man. This is just it's if this gets banned, it's going to really disappoint me as an Eagle fan and disappoint all Eagle fans. But guess what? We'll come up with something else. Guess what's going to happen now? Jalen Hurts is going to turn around and give it to a full steam of Saquon Barkley coming at you. So what you want? Pick your poison, man. Pick your poison. That's all I got to say.
So where do I even start with this? Yes, we are talking about the tush push. Do I think there's some sort of conspiracy with other teams to get into the commissioner's ear to help, ban this particular play? Yes. I don't think it's money driven though. The commissioner is already well compensated by
He got money,
the
yeah.
owners, right? So I don't think it's that. I do think they are trying to make a case for ethical reasons. I really think it's an ethical reason, on the basis that it's a play that could cause, um, you know injuries, right? Like, because of the way that the play is designed. It is like you said, it's a designed play. It's not just, a group of guys pushing someone forward and trying to get them across you know the goal line, or to get the first down. It's well organized. When you see the art of it, if you really slow it down and you look at it from that eagle angle, and you see how it's almost like it's like an arrow
Mm-hmm.
that's being created by the line,
Yep.
and then the quarterback Hurts is in the middle of it, and it's almost as if he's not even getting touched until he gets past
Right.
the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Then you got the guys pushing him forward for extra yards.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's well designed,
Yeah.
and it's not just the Eagles. It's two teams. It's the Eagles and the Bills. They're the two teams that use it the most.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe statistically, it's like an 86% success rate. That is incredibly high.
That's crazy.
Getting net positive, you got 86%. So with that being said, yes, there are other teams out there jealous because they can't do it. And it's not because of an execution, it's because of the personnel.
Yeah.
You've
It's
got
personnel.
Right, it's personnel driven as well.
Yeah.
That's a big proponent of it. Like you said, Jalen Hurts, he's a strong, not really big.
Right. Right.
The dude he's strong. He squats 600 plus pounds. On the other side with the Bills, you have Josh Allen. He's a big dude, right? He can throw his weight around. He looks like a defensive lineman. And then if you have the offensive line, personnel to be able to, take on that pressure in terms of the blocking and getting in that pile and continuing to drive it forward while also getting low, then you have a competitive advantage over any other team that they're just not going to be able to do it. Now, the problem is, with the other teams, they're not going to invest the resources for that one play,
Right. Right.
right?
Right.
Because it's not just about that one play. You got to have a full on, playbook design scheme, and then have that play just be a small part of it, but gives you really, really good results, right? As the game goes on. Teams are not going to do that. So instead of investing in a way or a strategy to be able to incorporate it, they say, no, let's get rid of it. It's too successful. Now, when it comes to the health aspect of it, I don't believe that no one has ever gotten hurt. I don't believe that. It's probably not been reported, but I mean, I just remember Jason Kelsey, he lamented that
Mm-hmm.
play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time he was quoted, right? FML. Every time that play came up, FML, right? That's what he would say. What you had another lineman that was, dealing with some injury issues as well during the course of the season, who I think was in, the brunt of that play as well. I can't recall his name, but I know he was limping around, going into the playoffs, and y'all had to kind of swap him in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Looking at the Super Bowl, when after running that play, Chris Jones, the star defensive end for the Kansas City Chiefs, he seemed to have gotten hurt. He hurt his neck
Mm-hmm.
right
Yep.
after that play.
Yep.
So I like I said, I don't believe at all that no one has ever gotten hurt during the play. I think people are getting hurt. I'm probably not injured, but people are getting hurt, right? So I think that the league have to do their due diligence with this, because what's going to end up happening, and you know this very well, Links, the league, football, not just the NFL, but all levels of it, college, high school, right? It's a sport where, we mimic and we mock each other,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
If we see something that's successful, we want to do it too. So now, if you're trying to introduce something like this into the high school realm, what does that look like? Are they going to be able to do that? Are they going to be technically sound like the Eagles and the Bills to do it with minimal injury impact? I don't think so. So it could cause some sort of a scenario where you got people going out there trying to incorporate this play, and then you get more injuries at the lower levels, right? That will more aggressively impact injuries and kids and players getting hurt. So I think they're responsible. The NFL, I think, is trying to be responsible with this. That's my outtake on it.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
yeah.
I'm not taking that answer, but I hear you. I hear you. And another thing, tell Chris Jones, don't line up sideways because your neck will get bent back the other way. Don't line up sideways on that.
But you know what? If we want to be, let's look at it from the other side,
Yeah,
right? 'Cause I
yeah,
believe there's a rule against the defense.
yeah.
They can't do that on field goal
On
situations,
field goals, yeah.
right?
They can't do it on
So
field goals.
wh-
Yeah,
why?
yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
If the offense could do that on any play, you gotta let the other team be
Got to
able to
let the
do it too.
defense do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, we'll see where this goes, man. This is we'll see what happens with this. So some other NFL plays or rules that have been changed. I know you wanted to talk about the 35-yard line. I think it was a touchback.
No, just making a note of it. It's nothing really to get in deep
Yeah,
into any get any depth into, but we noticed that they made a change with the touchback rule way back in the day, right? Not way back, but several years. The touchback would be you line up on the 25,
25. Yeah,
right? Then they moved it to the 30. Now they're moving it up to 35.
35.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, next thing you know, they want to put it on the 40. Give
That's
them
what I'm
half.
saying.
You give them half the field. Like this
Off the field.
doesn't it don't make no sense.
Yeah,
I understand you want to inject. You want to. I don't want to say force, but you want to give more of a incentive to the kicking team to keep the kickoff in play
right.
to get more returns happening.
Yeah,
Get it? I don't think it's that important,
it's not a
right?
big deal.
So I don't think it's that big of a deal. But when you putting teams now closer to the 50-yard line, it to me is like,
You
come
take
on,
it
man.
away from the game, man. That's half the field.
Yeah, yeah, that's almost half the. Come on, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think definitely is something that I mean I know they're gonna implement it this year, but it's really gonna before long, like you said, it's gonna be at the
yeah,
40-yard line. So there was another rule in place. Replay assist can now help with penalties. So five new penalties can now be overturned by the booth.
yeah,
Hitting a defenseless player, face mask, horse collar tackle, tripping and roughing, and running into the kicker. And so any of those now, if it goes to the booth, replay assist can help with that. I think I think the refs miss some stuff sometimes in games, especially in some critical games, and some games have been won or lost
yeah,
based on some of these calls that replay was not allowed but it was an obvious egregious play which could have cost a penalty, which could have cost a team not to score when they did score. So you know I don't want it to get overboard, but I think this is kind of obvious. I think this is a rule where if you go to the booth and you see it, hopefully it doesn't slow down the game too much. But this is one where the refs need some help. To some of these refs, boy, I don't know, boy,
You know
man.
what? We need to do a segment on some of these refs real, man, because you got
Yes,
some of these guys, some of these teams, because they group them, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Some of these guys are horrible, man. I mean,
Horrible.
it's really bad. But I mean, to this, I think it's going to help, of course, with accuracy. The NFL has been doing a good job by introducing replay and keeping the game in rhythm,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So they've been doing a pretty good job of not allowing it to deter from the timing and the rhythm of the game. So I feel like they're going to continue to do that. My only question in all of this is, will a coach be able to? I don't think this is flag initiated. This is based off of the discretion of the upstairs replay.
Upstairs. Yes.
You're right, right? So
Right.
I wonder if there's still, I think it still introduces a little bit of a gap where something could potentially get missed. The team being affected might have noticed it and they're
Right.
not
Yeah.
able to flag it or
Yeah.
initiate the replay. It has to come from above first,
Yeah. Yeah.
or it can only come from above. So
Only come from above.
it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, but it's still a step forward into getting the game a little bit more accurate,
Hmm.
minimizing the mistakes. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Help them refs out, man. Yeah. And so another one that was introduced is first downs being measured electronically. We talked about this before. We started the podcast.
Yeah.
You mentioned it. This
Yep.
2025.
2025, man. It's time.
Yeah.
You still running out there with two guys in a chain? That don't make no sense.
Right, right,
You
right.
know, so I mean,
Yeah,
you got the cameras everywhere. You got your
yeah,
imaginary yellow line,
that's right.
and it's pretty much they've been doing that line now for what, over a decade, well
Yeah,
over a
yeah,
decade,
it's
right?
been a minute.
So
Yeah,
at first it wasn't quite accurate. I remember when they first started it,
right,
they would always preface it with, yes, that's the yellow line, but it might not be exact,
right,
right? That's
right,
basically the general area of where the first line is going to be, just for the sake of the viewers.
right.
But the chain was that dictated the accuracy. But over the years, I think they've gotten really accurate with it. So at this point, might as well use it.
Absolutely.
Now, it still doesn't. It's still incumbent upon how the refs spot the ball,
This is true. This is
right?
true. Yes.
So if they spot that ball some kind of way, which game was it? Was it Buffalo? It was the Buffalo playoff game against the Chiefs, and they spotted one ref. You could tell where
Yes, yes,
he
yes,
saw
yes.
it,
You could see it. Yes.
right? But the other ref spotted it, away from the line.
Right, right,
So hey, if they spot it incorrectly, this line still don't matter.
right. You know what? What I think, what I also think about this with the line is eventually, I mean, right now in volleyball, they are using this electronically. If the ball gets hit out, it's electronic. They used to have refs that, hold the flag up and say, the ball is out or in, but now they're using the line. So really, when with all the technology and the cameras around these fields, do the refs really even need to spot the ball? Because cameras can zero into the point to where the ball is down, and you just put the ball right there. The ball is like, this is where it is. You radio into them. The ball needs to go on the 25-yard right hash line or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So I could see it getting to that, and that taking the refs. I mean, the refs would still be a part of the game, but make it more accurate now. Where one, like you say, one ref in this game, one ref spotting it here, the next ref spotting it there. Again, just these little minute inches
Right,
can make that much of a difference
right,
in a game. So yeah,
right.
man,
The coach can throw a flag to get the ball respotted.
that is true.
That is
That
true
is
too,
true.
right?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, man. So let me see. That was some of the major rule changes that I saw that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
But I know there's some other stuff going on in the NFL right now. That we wanted to talk about.
So, I mean, not really much, This has been it's been a slow week. You got Aaron Rodgers still out there floating around, throwing the ball with DK Metcalf, not wanting to make a commitment to the Steelers, right? Don't know what that's about. Don't know
Right.
what's going on there.
Posturing, man.
Well, the thing is, I wonder who's posturing because, in as much as we're hearing that the Steelers want him,
Right.
but this will be stupid, right? And what I mean by that is, I think I heard someone say, are they going to still draft a quarterback in the first round? They better.
They need to.
They better.
Yes.
Why not? Like you, Aaron, you're not the future,
No.
right? Like you got maybe one more season. Like why wouldn't they draft a quarterback in the first round if they sign you?
Right.
And then also that there's still, the talks about him wanting to end up with the
With
Vikings,
the Vikings.
right? He's
Yeah.
still holding on to that pipe dream. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but that along with let me see what else is happening.
I did see that the NFL is working with Serena Williams and Ice Cube, and they're looking to introduce a women's flag football league. With the Olympics coming up and everything, with them really making a focus on flag football, it's even coming into high schools now. Flag football teams for girls are being implemented in the Georgia High School Association. So I mean, it's coming. So I guess the NFL making that move.
It's a good thing. Always a good thing getting women involved in the sport. I think that's definitely something Goodell has been a proponent of since he's been the commissioner. He understands that the pipeline from the youth going into the sport starts and stops with the mother, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So anything you can do to get women more ingratiated with the sport, I think it's only going to benefit getting more and more young black males, not black, sorry, young males,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
into the sport itself.
yeah.
And so again, that's a good thing. What I'm curious about in all this is Ice Cube.
Yeah,
Don't he have the big three?
he has
The
the
big
big
three
three
league?
too.
And now you want to do this? Like this what this dude, he hustling, man.
He's an entrepreneur, man. He is he see the hot thing and he's going for it, man. He's
Yeah.
going for it. That's one thing that I when I saw the name too, I was like, man, when he sees it, he's definitely going for it for that opportunity to jump in there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But no, I think it's going to be successful. We all know now flag football is an Olympic sport.
absolutely, yeah.
So that also is a boon for the flag football industry and making it more and more relevant. But again, man, getting young girls into it, and I've watched a couple of them too on
It's legit.
ESPN. They show some of the games, some of the championship games in flag football with
Yeah,
the girls, with the boys, and
yeah,
it's good stuff. It's
man,
good
it's
stuff.
great.
Wish it was around like that when we were in high school.
I know, man. I know. It's about time that they did it. I'm excited for it because it is a game where it's you want to play. I mean, you want to play, and I could definitely see. I know they have like you say, implementing the girls
Hmm.
in high school and coming on through in college and all that stuff. Girls getting scholarships and stuff to go to college to play flag football. So all of that is happening now, and I'm happy to see this as well. And I do expect also that, and I don't know if they have this boys flag football because I know you have
Yeah, they
regular
do.
football, but I mean boys flag football in high school.
Yeah,
They having it already?
yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
didn't know
It
that.
started. It started with that. That's where it
Okay,
started, right?
okay,
So they definitely had that, and then so what it was an all boys flag football
yeah,
league. Then they had co-ed,
yes, yes,
right?
yes, yes,
Then it was
yes.
co-ed, right? So you introduced the girls. I think it was for every three plays you had to throw the ball to a
Right,
girl
right, right, right.
within three plays, and now you have like the all girls is starting to pick up and get
Yeah,
some.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like it, man. I
yeah.
like it.
What I want to see in flag football, any one of those leagues, I want to see someone put in the tush push. That's what I want to see. I want to see how that.
Let's do it.
I
Let's
want to see
do
how
it.
that works.
Let's make it happen. Oh, man. Yeah,
Copy,
yeah, yeah.
copycatting across all spectrums of football, man.
Yes, yes, yes.
Better
We'll
do
put
it
in a
now.
version.
Better do it now.
Get it in, man. Get it in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
But I think that's all I got, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's been a slow week, but yeah, I think that's all. That's all that's been kind of relevant for. Oh wait, no, you have one more thing. The Cowboys, right? This whole thing with Micah Parsons, right?
So, all right. I know. I know. Okay. So tell me, is this the Micah Parsons deal with former players?
No, 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 no.
Okay. So is this something new?
This is Micah Parsons. So he's still on his rookie deal.
Right. Yes. 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 Yes.
So it's basically like the Chase, Jamar Chase, T Higgins type of situation where
That's
they're not wanting to give it to him until it's time
that's
instead
the
of trying to get ahead of it.
yeah.
And here's the quote from Jerry Jones. The quote is, "I'd rather pay more to get it right, than to pay less and get it wrong." What does that really mean? Like, I know what it means, but what are you really saying? Like, you've already seen what Micah Parsons could do.
Exactly. What else you
You
got to see?
what more do you want to see? You
That's what
see
I'm
what
saying.
he brings to the table. So now the thing is, if you pay him now, you can pay him at whatever this market value is now
Right.
instead of later, which is going to be precipitously higher than what it is.
I don't get it.
So look, it's the same deal, same situation with Dak. Had he just paid Dak a year early,
That's right.
right? They wouldn't have been in this financial conundrum that they're in now.
Right. Right.
So it's crazy.
The thing about it is, with Jerry Jones and him just wanting to spend money. I guess he just want to spend money. He got the money. They supposed to be America's team. Then you go spend the money, man. It's just idiotical. However, this is all I'm gonna say. The Eagles stole Saquon Barkley. We can easily steal Micah Parsons too. Micah Parsons want to be an Eagles player. He played in Penn State. He was in Philly. You know, he want to be an Eagle. Everybody know this. So Jerry, keep doing what you're doing. Let us scoop him up, man. I'll be good with that. I'll be good.
On that note, we can sign off. I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna retort to that. I don't know what you smoking on that one. No, that'll never happen. That'll
Hey, this
never happen.
Jerry now. This Jerry.
I wouldn't watch football, man.
For real, for real.
Oh man.
Man. All right, man.
All right.
Yep.
We'll catch up later.
Catch you on the next one.
All right.
All right.